Alright! Hello, everybody! Hello, Sarmagus Apparition Point Dweller, Olga! Welcome back to Oshirabu. Last time, it looked like they finally reached an understanding and we're about to get together, but something happened with her and she ran away from Akuru's apartment. And Akuru now just got really worried about her and she's checking around, including her college. Thank God. And found that her family owns a dance studio. So it looks like, and she's apparently going to try to infiltrate it. Oh God. Which is a really, really, really bad idea. That could go so badly. Oh my God. This looks like it could go very badly. Let's see how it turns out. I slid open the paper doors, peering into the rooms along the corridor, leading toward the vestibule. Please tell me if the voice or music is too low. Not here, or here. Pushing down my feelings of guilt, I made my way methodically down the corridor. Some of the rooms looked to be for guests, while others were clearly Kari-san's quarters. Then I came upon a room with a Western-style door, decorated with puffy pink stickers. That has to be hers. It's so bloody obvious. Pressing my ear to the door, I heard signs of life from inside. Straightening up, I nodded firmly to myself, then slowly raised my hand. I knocked lightly and held my breath. Ren? Are you in there? There was a loud clatter from within the room, followed by the sound of approaching footsteps, the nails clacking against the wood. Oh wow. What are you doing here? Ren, open up! I put my hand to the door handle. I was worried about being caught by Kari-san, but more than that, I want to see Ren's face and reassure myself. It won't open. As I reached out for the door, I heard a click. Why did you run off like that? Tell me what's going on, Ren! I tried the handle, but the door was locked. Ren's silence was making me impatient, so I pressed on. She found her room so fast. I thought the house would be a lot bigger. One thing I thought was she was gonna have dress up like a maid or something to sneak her way around. I can't understand if you don't tell me. Is it to do with school? Or your mum? Usually she'd fling the door open and leap into my arms, but all I got from her now was a sad voice. I can't tell you why, but I can't see you anymore. What's that supposed to mean? It was hard to argue with a decisive tone. So I simply stood there with my hand pressed against the door, staring intently at the wood. But of course I couldn't see through to the other side. Did you meet my mom? She happened to be staying out at our hotel. These bloody typos. Out our hotel, seriously. So I came here pretending to be a student. Ren laughed dryly.
すごい偶然。私ってやっぱり運がいいのかも。
What a coincidence. Guess I really am lucky.
私だってたまにはついてるのよ。
Well, sometimes luck comes my way too. I whispered. Was her only response.
なんで何も話してくれないの？
Why won't she tell me anything? I wanted to understand her, but there was no way I could if she refused to tell me anything. Frustrated by the single panel of wood separating us, I itched to force it open. But I knew I wasn't strong enough to break down a door with my bare hands.
ねえ、アクル、少しかがんで。
Hey, Akuru? Bend down a bit. Her tone was so soft and calm. I hunched over, following the voice. Right, this was about her height. I held my breath. I pressed myself against the door, not wanting to miss the words that would break the silence.
あなた
Here we go. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. What do you think you're doing?
香織さん。
Kaori-san! I got lost on my way to the bathroom. I leapt back from the door as she appeared. Her eyes widened when she recognized me, and she looked between me and the door suspiciously, like she was searching for an explanation. Oh, this was a regular wooden door. Shino was behind her, her hands clasped together apologetically. There was a limit to how much time one could buy, apparently.
ごめんなさい。
Yes!
手洗いをお借りしようと思ったら迷っちゃって。
Oh, sorry. Oh, this is so embarrassing. I was looking for the bathroom and got lost. Oh, can you imagine? Oh, what a fun coincidence. I am so sorry.
お手洗いなら稽古場の裏手よ。案内するわ。
I see. The bathroom is behind the dance hall. I'll show you. Oh, thank God! With that, Kaori-san set off ahead of me, showing me the way to the bathroom. I'd managed to shake off her suspicions, but in the end, it didn't even matter. I left without any clue as to what Ren had been about to say. On the TV screen, a boy yelled. The basketball sailed through the hoop, and the stadium erupted with cheers.
何度見てもいいわ。
No matter how many times I watch it, it never gets old.
うん、いい。
Nope. So good. Yeah, Slam Dunk is a really popular series in Japan. And it's completely unknown in the West. Like, it's like one of the most famous Shonen Jump series. I think it's due to like the taboo against sports manga that the West seems to have, because I don't know, sports and nerdy stuff don't usually mesh. Because like anime and manga are seen as a nerdy thing. And not in the West, even though it's also seen like that in Japan. For some reason that like sports are okay as a thing to make a subject of a manga on. I always found that such a fascinating cultural difference. Nope, so good. Behind me on the sofa, Shino muttered into her hand, while I covered my face like I was trying to force all the feels back inside myself. the anime based on a shonen manga. It aired several years ago and blew up in popularity for its realistic depictions of basketball and its appealing characters. Of course, I'd been deep into the fandom back then too.
よし、もう一回見よう。
Okay, let's watch it once more!
ちょっと待って。私、そろそろ終電だから帰らないと。
Hold up. It's almost my last train. I've got to get home. Shino stood up as I ejected the disc from the player and made to put the first one of the series back in. I noticed that she's wearing different clothes. That's really cool. Look, she has different, she's wearing shorts with the leggings underneath as opposed to the jeans from before. That's cool that they gave her different outfits like this, even if it is subtly different.
もうそんな時間?
Oh! Is it already that late? Glancing at the clock on the wall, I saw that it was almost midnight. Given the time it would take to walk to the station, she knew would have to get going soon or risk missing her last train.
シノ、明日休みじゃなかったっけ?
I thought you had the day off tomorrow.
そうだけど。
I do, but... There was no real reason for it. None at all. But I didn't want her to go. I floated an idea to Shino as she picked up her bag and made her way toward the front door.
それなら泊まっていけば?
Why don't you stay over?
あーちゃん。
Yeah, I agree, Apparition. Unless it's like something purely for fun, I don't enjoy it. But if that's your thing, more power to you. But yeah, that's just me. I don't really enjoy sports. Even though I was forced to do it when I was younger. God damn it. Freaking extracurricular booms. It's like, oh, you have to have extracurricular activities or else schools won't accept you. Fuck that noise. Fuck that noise. That can go straight to goddamn hell. Seriously. Anyway, back to the story. Ah-chan. I looked away awkwardly and tried to smile as normally as possible, but I was pretty sure there was no fooling her.
本当に引き止めたいのは私じゃないんでしょ?
I'm not the one you really want here, though, am I? Go!
レンちゃん。
Ren-chan. I looked at her with tears swimming my eyes, and the corners of her lips curled upward. Although she hadn't said a word about it when I invited her over for an anime marathon, or at any point during our day together, she'd seen through everything.
あの時何もなかったって状態じゃないわけね。
She didn't even tell her. Something happened back at the house, didn't it?
古舘さん。いや、あの時レンと話はできたんだけど。
Well, I did get to talk to Furutachi-san, I mean, Ren. But...
けど?
But... Oh, why she left, why she given a fake name, why she lied about living alone. All of it remained a mystery. Ren hadn't told me anything.
それじゃ何もわからないよ。
So I don't understand anything.
成果は何も得られませんでしたっていうやつね。
Sounds like you didn't get the results you hoped for. Time for a fairy godmother to work overtime. Well, she kept her tone light. Her stare was intense. But I couldn't get a read on what emotions were held in her deep green eyes.
それであーちゃんは
So, Achan, what are you gonna do? Her question made me catch my breath.
あーちゃんはどうしたいの
What do you want to do?
私
I don't think she was hurting her. If I try to get closer to Ren, maybe she'll just tell me even more lies.
やっとレンのことが分かってきたところなのにそれが嘘だったなんて言われたら
Hello T, welcome to the stream. What if, just that I'm starting to understand her, she tells me it was all a lie? Maybe I wouldn't be able to keep loving her. But even so,
これ以上深入りしたらめんどくさいことになるかもよ
I didn't save, but since I just started the stream, I have the save from right before, so it should be a cinch to get back to that point. That's why I didn't save. If you get any more involved with her, things might get messy. I had a car drive past the apartment block. Shino went on slowly like she was testing me.
好きな人を好きでいるためにその人からは自由でいるべきなんじゃない
In order to keep on loving someone, don't you need to be free from them? Shino waited quietly for my response. I didn't know if I should share the emotions swirling inside of me, but there was one thing I did know.
私はあの子から目をそらしたくないのちゃんと向き合って話を聞きたい
No, I don't want to avoid her anymore. I want to face up to her properly and bear what she has to say.
そう
I see. I wanted to speak to Ren, even if it only hurt both of us. If it was way more troublesome and complicated than standing a 2D character.
だってレンがいなかったあの頃には戻れない
I mean, I can't go back to how things were before her.
ほんと魔性の女はどっちなんだか
I don't even know which of you is seducing the other. Huh? Sheena muttered something too quietly for me to hear, then prodded me in the nose with a finger.
それなら全力で追いかけるべきあーちゃん追いかけるのは得意でしょ
Then you should go after her with everything you've got. You're good at pursuing people, right? That's what you do. I couldn't help but smile at her smug expression.
そりゃ推しばかり追いかけてきた人生ですから
I spent my whole life chasing Husbandos. Recently realizing how funny that sounded, I chuckled to myself.
そこまで
That's enough. Kara-san's cold, sharp voice reverberated around the hall. Her pupil hit stop on the music. Oh, she's continuing the dance lesson. Interesting. After a brief explanation of today's points to work on, Kari-san dismissed the students. Hello, Doors. Welcome to the stream. Well, she's more good at pursuing gotcha. Watching them head out to the changing room, I took the opportunity to address her.
すみませんちょっといいですか
Excuse me, do you have a moment?
何かしら
Yes. What is it? Without air conditioning, the dance hall retained the summer heat, and sweat beaded on her forehead.
大切なお話があって
have something important to discuss. Kaori-san stopped in her tracks.
今ここで話せること？
Oh. She might be aware. I wonder, did Ren tell her about it? Is it something we can discuss here? Her tone softened as she turned to face me properly and waited for my response.
いえ、実は
No, actually. The moment she heard Ren's name from my lips, her expression changed, becoming grim and a little uneasy.
とりあえず着替えてきなさい。レン私が呼んでくるわ。
Oh wow. So she knows. First, please get changed. I'll get Ren. A flock of birds chirped out in the garden. Kaori-san and I knelt opposite one another on the wooden floor. She was as still as a statue.
やばい、しびれてきた。
Oh crap, my legs have gone to sleep.
なんでこの人涼しい顔してるの？
How in the bloody hell does she look so composed? It's only because, she's rather rich and owns this entire building, and it's her family, and all the chips are in her court, or whatever the bloody expression is. Ow. I almost expected her to respond to my inner voice, but she remained silent.
でもやっぱりレンにちょっと似てるかも。
Oh, and I guess she does resemble Ren somewhat. Ren had once said she was jelly of my high nose because hers was small and round. In the same way, while Kaori-san's expressions was dignified, her actual face was young looking. Just as I was about to start giggling to myself at the similarities, Kaori-san spoke.
ラブ？
Love. Yeah, her actual name is Love. I can see why she prefers to go by Ren. Following her gaze, I saw Ren peeking in from the corridor. I hadn't seen her in weeks, but there she was, with the same colourful pins in her hair and sparkles in her eyes.
Akuru!
Akuru! Oh wow, this might go over smoother than I think it would. I readied myself for the impending glomp, but it never came. Instead, a smile bloomed across her face. Ren!
そこへ座りなさい。
Sit there. Kaori-san didn't give me any time to enjoy the reunion. Ren moved towards where her mother indicated, but instead of sitting, she picked up the cushion. Oh, there they are. Without a word, she placed it next to me and sat. Kaori-san looked shocked for a moment, and then her brows sank into a frown as she looked between us.
あなたたち。
You two.
何か問題ある？
Got a problem?
いいえ。アクルさん、それで大切な話というのは。
No. Akuri-san, you said you had something important to discuss. Recovering herself, she turned back to me. But there was a slight uncertainty in her eyes. I looked right back at her and straightened my posture.
まずは謝ることがあります。香織さんの娘さん、レンを。
Firstly, I have an apology to make. To your daughter, Ren.
ラブでしょ？レンはただ彼女がそう呼んでほしくてつけただけの名前だわ。
Wow. I think you mean love. Ren is merely a name she made up.
それはだって
That's not... Wow. Awkward. I cleared my throat, cutting her off. Seemed her name was a sensitive topic for her. I wanted to ask why, but there were other things I want to get out before that.
ラブをしばらく私のマンションに住まわせてました。いくら同性とはいえ、親御さんの許可を取らず、申し訳ありません。
Love was living with me for a while. I apologize for not seeking your approval first. I bowed my head to her and heard Ren gulp beside me. When I slowly raised my head, Kaori-san fixed me with an intense stare.
じゃあ、あなたが
Yeah, she must have known who, yeah. So you're... Huh?
いえ、無断外泊している娘をなかなか引き戻せなかった私にも手落ちがあったのでしょう。
Never mind. I am also at fault for not being able to bring my wayward daughter home. She lowered a gaze and bit her lip. After a brief pause, I brought up the main topic.
だから、今日はその許可を取り
Oh
に来
my
ました。
god, look at Ren! So, today, I'm here to ask for your approval. How chivalrous.
そう。
I see.
ラブが私のことをまだ好きなら、また一緒に暮らしたい。今度は勝手にじゃなく、ちゃんとした形で。
If love still likes me, then I'd like to keep living together. Officially this time. Silence descended between us for a long moment.
もし、レンに気持ちがなかったら、
If Ren doesn't feel the same way, then that if I was prepared to give up and gracefully retreat. But probably, hopefully. Please, Ren. As I hoped to myself, a voice broke through the tense mood. Oh, is it the grandma? Oh no, it's Ren. Huh? Everything's all goofy again. Something heavy impacted my shoulder, followed by another equally heavy object, and I almost fell over. The soft arms wrapped around my neck, with the same as I remembered, but the strength.
やめ、苦しい。
What the fuck? Can't breathe.
これで賭けは私の勝ちでしょ。
Oh my god, it was one of those things. Death by Booba. Mom! This means I win the bet, right? Oh my god. Oh my god. Still clinging tightly to me, Ren turned her head to glare at her mother, a confident grin on her face as I slowly began to suffocate.
確かに約束だものね。
I did promise. Kaori-san's eyes narrowed as she regarded the two of us, and I instinctively straightened up. Ren sat back down on her own cushion. Oh.
でもまさか同性が相手だとは思ってなかったわ。
But I didn't expect her to be with a woman. Seriously, you didn't even know your own daughter was gay. Bloody hell.
だって私レズだもん。ママにも言ってたでしょ。
Well, duh! I'm a lesbian. I already told you a million times.
あれ、本気だったのね。
So you were serious about that?
本気に決まってるでしょ。ママの石頭。
Oh my god! knobs? Is your head filled with rocks or something? Oh. While she raised her eyebrows, her posture and gaze never wavered. Hold up a sec. Just what the heck was going on?
ちょっと待って話がどういうこと賭けって
Slow down a minute. What are you talking about? What bit?
後で説明してあげる
I'll explain later. Ren got to her feet before I could protest, then took hold of my arm and pulled me up too. I tottered slightly from the momentum, but managed to remain upright.
勝ったんだから私はもう自由でいいんだよね
Since I won, that means I'm free, right?
好きになさい
Oh, do as you please.
かおりさん
Kaori-san? Or should I call you Mum? Kaori-san. Yes, of course. I do apologize.
アクルさん立ち上がる時の姿勢がブレてるわ
Akuru-san, your posture is off. No!
はいすみません
Yes, ma'am! Sorry! It seemed that Kaori-san was always in instructor mode, whatever the situation. Not that I knew what this situation was.
何デレデレしてるのあくるまさかママに手出してないよね
And everything's happy. Why are you blushing? Akuru. Don't tell me you put the moves on my mom.
いや手は出したというか出されたというか
No! She was the one showing me the moves. Not in the way you're implying. She moved my arms and legs into position when she was teaching me. But before I could explain, Ren's expression changed.
もうあくるの浮気症
Oh God. Akuru, you thought?
いや浮気っていうか
No, it's not like that. I can explain. I attempted to explain, but quickly gave in to Ren and let myself be dragged out of the room and into the verdant garden.
何が何だかまだ分かってないんだけど
I still don't understand what the heck is going on. My shout echoed throughout the Furutoshi mansion. Oshirabu! This should do.
これはいい
Huh?
何これ
What's this? Ren screwed up her face as she pulled clothes out of the box in my closet. She held up a t-shirt with black writing and a red logo.
何この古臭い男物の T シャツ捨てていい
Ew, what's with this old man's t-shirt? Can I toss it?
ちょっとそれはダメ
No, I need that! It's a collector's item!
まさか元カレやっぱり捨て
Huh? Is this from an ex-boyf? I'm tossing it! She frowned even harder and made to throw the t-shirt into the trash, but I hurriedly snatched it from her.
違うそれは
I knew it.
犬猫艦隊アユリオン T シャ
I knew
ツ
it.
イプシオンバージョン高校時代の推し T だから
No! It's a pet rate Ayurian t-shirt! Lesbian version! My high school husbando! No!
あゆよくわかんないんだけどこれ絶対アクルの趣味じゃないじゃん一度も着たことなさそうだし
Are you... what? I don't know what that is, but you're definitely not into it now. Doesn't look like you ever worn this.
オタク T シャツは着るとか着ないとか関係ないの
Wearing them isn't the point of otaku t-shirts! It's just, yeah, this is just basically like a sweet little romantic comedy, isn't it? I told her emphatically, and Ren rolled her eyes, but refolded the t-shirt and returned it to the box.
なんか前から思ってたんだけど、アクル服めっちゃ少なくない？
They don't even make romantic comedy movies anymore, I don't think. Like, that's the thing that died out in, like, the early 2000s. I think, like, the Judd Apatow movies were, like, the last ones. And those were more comedy than romance. Yeah, I think they just straight up stopped making them, because, I don't know, romance is it, like, pure romance as a genre is more suited to the small screen than the big one. At least in my opinion. So, like, I've been thinking, you have, like, no clothes.
レンが多すぎなだけでしょ？
No, rather, I think you just have too many.
これでも冬物は置いてきたんだけど。
What? But I didn't even bring my winter closet. Pouting, Ren plopped down onto the bed. Bags of clothes were strewn around the room, most of them Ren's. After the confrontation at her house, Ren and I were living together again. She brought way more stuff with her than last time, so I decided I would clear out.
結局、香織さんとも仲直りはしてないままだし。
In the end, she didn't patch things up with Kaori-san, and her family relationship remains a mystery. I don't think Uminako could work in live action for Dweller. She'd brought all her makeup and things for class, along with her favorite bags and clothes. But it seemed she still had a lot of stuff left at home.
賭けとかそういうのじゃなく、いつかは認めてもらわなきゃいけないと思うんだけど。
We need her mum to accept us at some point, and not just because of some debt. Feeling overwhelmed, I threw some worn-out camisoles and pantyhose into the trash bag.
また T シャツ。また男物。
Oh, more t-shirts. Men's again.
オタク向け T シャツはフリーサイズしかないのよ。
Otaku shirts are one size fits all.
絶対もっとアクルに似合う T シャツあるのに。
There are so many things that look better on you, though. I want to see Ren give Akuru a makeover.
そろそろ聞かせてくれてもいいんじゃない？どうして家を出て行ったのか。
Are you ready to talk yet? About why you left? On the way to the station, I screwed up my courage and asked Ren, who had been walking along in silence. She stopped in her tracks and turned to face me.
何があったのか知らないけど、ちゃんと話してほしいの。わからないままだと気持ち悪いし。
I don't know what happened, but I'd like you to tell me. I don't like not knowing. Keeping secrets is no basis for a relationship. Clutching her Boston bag tightly to her chest, she let out a big sigh.
そうだよね。ちょっと重い話でもいい？
Yeah, you're right. Mind if I get heavy with you for a moment? She came over to me looking resigned. She stared up at me with a gaze uncertain, like she was searching my face for my feelings.
ちゃんと聞くから。聞かせて。
I listen. I mean, I want to hear.
アクル。そうだよね。
Akuru. Yeah. Okay. She nodded, her lips set in a tight line of resolution. Then she slowly began to talk.
ちょっと重い話なんだけど、 実は私の実家っていろいろあったんだ。まあもうなんとなくわかってるだろうけど。
This is kind of heavy, but my family has issues. You've probably already figured out a bunch of it.
私のパパは長く続いてる日本舞踊の流派の家系で、もともとママはパパのお母さん、おばあちゃんがやってる教室の生徒だったの。
My daddy's from a family of traditional Japanese dancers. My mom used to be a student at his mom's. Yep. My grandma's dance academy.
それからなんかいろいろあったらしくて、パパは家にはいないし、一度も帰ってきたことはないみたい。
Oh my god. Wow, that is such an awkward situation for the mom to be in. Oh my god. Wow. Can you even imagine? Holy shit. Anyway, a bunch of trauma happened between them, and my dad left. I don't think he's ever coming back.
私はパパのことが好きだけど、ママはパパのこと好きじゃないみたいで、
Oh.
パパがつけた私の名前を呼ぶたびにずっと苦しそうだった。
I love my daddy, but I think my mom hates him. She hates calling me by the name he gave me.
それに、私はただ好きなように生きたいだけなのに、ママは私に厳しくて。
I can't wait to find out the details of this. And like, I just want to live my life how I want. But mom's so strict on me.
アクルもママと話したならわかるでしょ。あんな感じなの。いつも。
You spoke with her. So, you get what I mean, right? She's always like that.
あれはそういう性格なのかと。
I figured that was just her personality.
いや、性格は性格。でもラブって名前にこだわりすぎでしょ。だから読み方は違うけど、レンにしちゃえばいいじゃんって思うんだけど。
Right, like Ren-I and Ren-P, the visual novel engine. God, I remember when Ren-P was first starting out. It's incredible how far it's come. Personality's one thing, but she's obsessed with calling me love, right? Which is why I started calling myself Ren. It means the same thing anyway.
だからレンって。
Ah, so that's why you're Ren now. One of her lies had been replaced with the truth, although Ren herself probably hadn't seen it as a lie.
名前わざわざ言うことないかなって思ってたんだけど、びっくりさせちゃってごめんね。
I guess I felt like it wasn't worth mentioning. Sorry for the surprise.
ほんと。ね。
Right. It wasn't like I'd ever asked. I felt the wind go out of my sails a little.
まあそんなわけで友達の家に泊まったり結構自由にしてたんだけど、そんな時にアクルと会ったからちょうどいいなーって。
Well, anyways, I was staying with friends, pretty much doing whatever I wanted, when I happened to meet you. It was perfect.
それって。
Huh? You mean?
ああ、
Yeah, about that.
もしかして私
You were
利用
using
されて
me.
たの？
Well, she was also using her, ironically.
ごめん。いや、一目惚れは一目惚れなんだけど、ちょっとだけ欲張りになっちゃって。
Interesting. I see. So that clears up the whole imbalance there. They were kind of using each other at first. It's kind of like, it's a little bit like Spike's family in that case. Sorry. Like, I totally did fall for you at first sight, but I might have been putting it on just a teeny tiny bit.
もういいわよ。
Figures. I thought it was all a bit much. So telling me she was living alone and making that don't ask face, it had all been an act.
ていうか、それならそれで素直に母親とうまくいってないって言えばいいのに。
Why didn't she just come out and say she was having issues with her mum? And the fact that she hadn't probably meant it was hard for her to talk about.
それでアクルの家に泊まってたんだけど、ちょうど喧嘩した時にママに見つかっちゃって、で、しばらくお説教されてたんだけど、まあ抜け出して。
So I was staying at your place. But then after we had that fight, my mom found me. She dragged me home and gave me an earful. But, well, I snuck out.
待って、なんとなく分かってきたから。
Wait. I think I'm starting to get the picture.
で、アクルからハグされて。
Wow. I wonder would I have gotten a bad ending if I didn't do that. And then you hugged me. It was incredibly embarrassing, having that pointed out to me all over again. I covered my red face with my hands, but Ren didn't seem to notice as she carried on excitedly.
もうこれは結婚しようって思って。
And I was like, I want to marry this chick.
私みたいなこと言わないでよ。
Don't make fun of me.
だってほんとかっこよかったし、可愛かったし、愛されてるなーって思ったの。アクル、たまにすっごいいい女なの、ほんとずるい。
But you were like so cute and so cool. I felt really loved. Sometimes you're like the perfect woman. It's really not fair.
なんだか褒めてるんだかわかんないんだけど。
I can't tell if that's a compliment. Pretty sure it is. Listening to Professor love me and made me think of myself with my Husbandos. Ren took a deep breath and to calm myself down, then carried on.
で、ちゃんとママにアクルとのことを認めてもらおうと思って、
I
ファン
see.
ミーティングの次の日に家に帰ったんだけど。
I see. And so we decided I want to get to try and get my mom to accept a relationship. So we went back home the day after the fan event, but
やっと帰ってきたと思ったら、それはどういうこと？
you just came home and you want to leave again already.
だから、その人の家で一緒に暮らしたいの。ママには迷惑かかってないんだからいいでしょ？
I want to live there. Why do you care? It's not like it affects you.
そういう問題じゃありません。どこの誰とも知らないけれど、そんな一時の感情でこの家を出て行きたいだなんて。
That's not the point. I don't know who this person is, but I don't understand why you want to leave home over some silly crush.
一時じゃない。私たち愛し合ってるもん。
It's not silly. Like maybe it's one-sided, but I'm in love.
若いうちは皆そう言うんです。所詮しばらく会わなければ相手もあなたのことを忘れるわ。
Everyone thinks they're in love at your age. After you've been gone for a while, they'll forget all about you.
そんなことない。私のこと忘れたりしないもん。
No way! I won't be forgotten!
忘れるわ。
Yes, you will.
もういい。それなら証明してみせるから。私がいなくなったって絶対に私を探し出してくれるんだから。
I'm so done! I'll prove it to you. They'll come looking for me. You'll see!
で、賭けをすることになって、アクルが私を迎えに来たら私は家を出れるし、すっかり忘れちゃったら私はママの言う通りにするっていう。
And so it turned into a bet. If you came to find me, I could leave. If you forgot about me, I'll do as my mom said.
もう、何それ。
Seriously. What the hell? Ren was one thing, but I couldn't believe Kaori-san would agree to such a childish wager. Still, it seemed to be the truth of what had happened these past weeks.
ほんと辛かったんだから。
It was really hard. I've been really worn down these past few weeks. Making time in between work to hunt for Ren.
それ以上にレンの気持ちがわからないのがこんなに辛いなんて。
But not knowing how Ren felt was somehow the hardest part of all. I hadn't expected that.
私だって辛かったよ。学校に来てくれた時も部屋に来た時も本当は言いたかった。
It was hard for me too. I really wanted to tell you. When you came to my college and to my room.
ならなんで？
So why didn't you?
だってそれはなんとなくずるい気がして。
Because it didn't feel fair. She hung her head, her uncertain voice disappearing into the hubbub around the station. But she soon looked up again and smiled.
でもアクルがちゃんとママを説得しに来てくれて、私を迎えに来てくれて、すっごく嬉しかった。
But then when you came to talk to my mom, when you came to get me, I was so happy. Ren wrapped herself around my arm. Her palm traveled down to brush mine, and she looked up at me bashfully through her lashes.
ダメ？
Can we?
ダメ。
No. Her shoulders slumped dramatically. It was such a funny reaction. I couldn't help but chuckle.
恥ずかしいから。我慢して。
It's embarrassing in public, so wait until we get home. Oh my god. Such modesty.
了解です。
Understood. She looked down, her tone oddly formal, the tips of her ears peeking out from her golden hair, a bright red, and she hugged my arm even tighter.
あ、これ香水？アクルあんまり使わないのに珍しい。
Oh, is that perfume? You don't normally wear it. Ren spotted one particular box among the range of merch displayed upon my dojin shelves.
それは推しのイメージで作った香水。
It's perfume inspired by my husbando.
何それ？何のために作るの？
Say what? Why would they make perfume inspired by a guy?
推しを身近に感じるのよ。身近に感じすぎて結局あんまり使えてないけど。
It's so you can feel close to them, but I felt a little too close, so I don't use it often. Oh my god. I got it made for me as at a specialist store based on Kohi-kun's image. The notes of citrus and sandalwood turned out just as I had imagined, but the feeling of my husbando in the room with me had been too much to bear, so I only used it one time. It's super interesting how Akuru's feelings work out.
私がいるんだから。
Like,
こんなのいらなくない？
just like, it almost makes me want to analyze like how exactly, like what she feels inside about like, she puts all her energy into the 2D dudes. But with her looks, if she wanted to, she could easily get any guy she wanted. But she doesn't want to, which is super interesting for the story. Well, I'm here now, so you shouldn't need it anymore.
それはそれ、これはこれ。
They aren't comparable. I told her as I folded towels. I bought 5 new ones at the fan event, and I was having a hard time shoving them all into the box.
あ、そもそもこの匂いがいいとか？ちょっと使っていい？
So you like this scent? Can I try?
別にいいけど。
Ah, sure, knock yourself out. Ren's face looked like she had a brilliant idea. I had a bad feeling about it, but for the time being I continued tidying. I mean, she's very pretty is what I mean. At least I would assume so, you know. Jeez. As I was piling up unwanted clothes, I suddenly caught the scent of sandalwood in the air.
どう？ドキドキ
So, does this get you going?
待って。
Wait! Arms wrapped around my neck, and I felt a weight against my shoulder. The next moment, the scent grew even stronger.
待って待って脳がバグる。
Wait! Wait! I'm short-circuiting! Kohi-kun scent mingled with Ren's. The voice in my ear was Ren's, but the smell was Kohi-kun. What the?
それほんと無理。解釈違い。ってかレン、あなた無防備すぎ。
Hello, I can't take it, it's too confusing! And you're so vulnerable! I'm getting my bloody wires crossed! I shook her off and held her at arm's length. It had been so long since I felt her this close that my head was spinning.
前から言ってるけど、私にその気はないから。手をつなぐとか、そういうのならいいけど。
I told you before, I'm not into that. Although I don't mind holding hands and stuff.
もういい加減認めなよ。
Ah, could you just admit it already?
私は3次元の女の子にそういうことする気はないから。
Yeah, right.
恋人じゃなく、ルームシェア。
Wow, denial ain't just a river in Egypt. I'm not into 3D women, you're not my girlfriend, you're my roommate. Sure. Seriously. Wow, this is some heavy-ass denial. I moved away from her, flapping my hand around to waft away the lingering scent.
恋人がいいんだけど、せっかくママの目から離れてイチャイチャできると思ったのに。
Jeez, wow. What? We're basically together. I thought we could finally take things to the next level now that I'm away from my mom.
ダメ、ルームシェア、同棲じゃなく同
Oh
居。
my god.
キスも。
No.
それ以上もなし、絶対にそこは譲らないから。
Seriously. No, a roommate's not any other kind of mate. Kissing and stuff is off the table. I'm not backing down. Oh, seriously, Akuru. Seriously.
キスくらいいいじゃん。アメリカだったら挨拶だってキスするよ。
I don't know how this rumor got into like that. This is not the first time I've heard this in an anime. This phrase, what Ren is saying right now. Like, I don't know how this got to be a thing where people would think that about Americans. That is 100% not true. Like, seriously. What's wrong with a little kiss? It's America that kiss each other to say hello. That is not true.
挨拶のキスで収まるならいいけど。
Like, how did that misconception come up? I like... Then sure, if you can leave it at just a greeting.
収まるわけないじゃん。
Well, I obviously can't.
ならダメ。
Then no.
アクルのバカ。
Akuru, I hate you, I love you! With that, she wrapped her arms around my neck again. Really, I wouldn't mind if things carried on this way forever. Seriously, Oshirabu, you are in such deep-ass denial. It's... wow.
それで ずっと先延ばしにしてるんだ。
Oh my god. So you're just gonna keep putting it off forever? Wow.
先延ばしってわけじゃないけど。
I'm not putting anything off. Somehow Kamuk was the most Kamuk as opposed to Kamakat was the most exciting event of the year. But at the same time, the heat and discomfort were at their peak. Wiping sweat from my face, I looked at Shino. We'd mostly finished buying things, and we're now leaving the front lines behind to grab a much-needed break during the busiest period. Is she going to be in cosplay again? The hall was packed with women, and we wanted to save our strength.
まあでもいいんじゃない？レンちゃん、ラブちゃんは帰ってきたんだし、無事世界は平和になりましたとさってことでしょ。
But I suppose it's all good. Love Chan's back with you. And all's right with the world. I have a bet with the other people at work when you two are finally gonna kiss.
本当の平和は
Oh,
レン
nonsense.
のやきもちがなくならないとじゃない。今日だってついていくって聞かなかったんだから。
It'll be right when she's stopped with the jealousy. I didn't invite her today. I'm never going to hear the end of it.
どうせならまたコスプレでもしてもらえば？コヘイ君とか意外と似合いそう。
Yeah, oh my god, you're getting her to cosplays. I thought she might. How about getting her to cosplay again? I bet she'd make a great Kohi-kun. No! Her words conjured up images from when I've been cleaning. That was bad. It was like I could still feel the tingle of her breath across my ear.
いや、推しの時間は推しの時間。レンなんて構ってられないしね。さあ、カフェでも行って新刊のチェックしよう。
No, time with my Husbandos for me and him. I don't want Ren interfering. Anyway, let's find a cafe where we can check out these books.
オッケー。いつものテリーズでいいよね。
Okay, the usual dairies.
いいよ。今回イラスト集がほんと豊作で、それまでコヘイ君のピン
Oh, no, it auto-scrolled. God damn
た
it.
だいま
Oh, here we go. Yes, there are so many illustration books this year. I found this one that's all Kohi-kun pin-ups and Shinamaka too. Shinamaka. Oh, I was like, oh my god, this is the perfect book. There we go. That's what she was saying. I'm home. Loaded down with a huge tote bag full of my war spoils, I managed to unlock the door to the apartment, but inside was dark and silent.
レン
Huh? Ren? She'd said she'd stay home today since she couldn't come to Komuk. A cold chill ran down my spine as I hurried to get my sandals off.
レンいないの
Ren, are you here? I flung open the door to the bathroom and the dining room. Last I appeared into the bedroom, and all I found were my neatly folded pajamas.
まさか
Oh, don't bloody tell me. Something happened with her family again. Putting my phone out of my bag, I called her. Uh-oh. She's not picking up.
出ないし
After ringing sounded like an eternity, switched to the dial tone. I closed the messaging app and tried calling the only other number I had for her.
もしもし、古舘でございます。
Hello. This is the Furitachi residence.
もしもし、香織さんですか？早星です。
Hello? Is that Kaori-san? This is Hayahoshi.
あら、アクルさん、お久しぶり。
Oh, Akuru-san. It's been a while. Her voice was as clear as a bell. She asked me what I was calling about in a perfectly calm tone, as though all the previous dramas between us were forgotten.
レン、
あ
そちらにいないですか？
Is Ren there with you?
いえ、あれ以来一度も帰ってきてないわ。
No. She hasn't been home once since she left. Uh-oh.
そうですか。
I see. I said vaguely, readjusting my grip on the phone. I didn't think Kaori-san was lying to me, and it didn't seem like a family issue. So where in the bloody hell was she?
アクルさんに愛想を尽かしたのじゃないかしら。
Dang, that's cold. Perhaps she's given up on you. Pain lanced through my heart at those words, but I heard Ren's angry voice in my head and started to respond without thinking.
いや、そんなことは。すみません。一方
Wow.
的に電話かけただけ
That's
なの
not
で
nice.
ありがとうございました。
No, that's... I'm sorry. I'm the one who called you, so... thank you for answering. I waited for Kaori-san to say something else. I probably should have hung up then. But there was still something bugging me.
アクルさんは丁寧な方ね。
You're very polite, Akuru-san.
香織さん。
Kaori-san.
意地悪も言ったわ。それにこの間も辛く当たってしまってごめんなさい。
That was harsh. And I'm sorry for being hard on you before, too. I'm glad she apologized. Her sincere apology actually made me feel worse. She was certainly a strict woman, like Ren had said, but I didn't think she was cold-hearted. Well, that's nice. I'm glad she apologized.
その私が言うなって話だと思うんですが、香織さんはラブと一緒に暮らさなくていいんですか？
It probably isn't my place to ask, but are you okay with with love not living with you? I heard Kaori-san draw breath on the other side of the line. If she said she wasn't okay with it, then
そしたらレンを説得して帰ってもらうしかないかな。
my only option would be to convince Ren to go home. As those thoughts running through my head, I waited quietly for her response. When it came, it wasn't what I had expected.
いいえ、暮らさない方がいいと思っているわ。あなたといる方があの子も楽しそう。
Oh, wow. Ah. Well, that's nice. Well, this conversation turned around. Wow. Yes, I think it's best we live apart. She seems happier with you.
そうですか。
I see. I nodded into the phone, unsure what else to say.
あの子には苦労をかけたわ。きっとこうなるのは運命だったんだと思うの。
I made things hard for her. I think it's fate that things turned out like this. Fate. Fate's Day night. Oh god, I gotta look at my culture! No, just kidding.
この父親も愛の深い人だったわ。それこそよそに女を作っちゃうくらい。
Her father had a big heart too. So big that one woman wasn't enough for it. Ooh. Oh. She's opening up to Akuru. That's really interesting.
でも愛想を尽かされた嫁でも先生恵子さんは受け入れてくれた。
But, Sensei, Keiko-san accepted me. A wife whose husband had given up on her.
お父さんってラブの名前をつけてくれたお父さんですよね。
Her father's the one who gave her the name Love, isn't he?
そうラブは唯一あの人がこの家に残したもの。大人になっていくうちにラブは父親に似てきて。
Oh wow, so it's some kind of...
それが
Oh wow, I see. I see what Kaoru's feelings are right now, yeah. Yes, she's the only thing he left behind when he left. As she grew, she became more and more like her father. Kaoru's arm trailed off. I squeezed the phone tightly. Unable to bring myself to probe any further, I was sure she was hurting even more than me. I don't think that's the case, but maybe she turned to women because of him. It was said more to herself, not a complaint or a question, but it made my heart ache. Yeah, I don't think so. I remembered how Ren had laughed, telling me I must be a soulmate because her father had told her that if you ever meet someone who made you feel like you've been struck by lightning, then you're soulmate. What happened to the dad? Like, seriously, there's got to be more to that story. She loved her father so much. She'd believe anything he said. And she loved her mother the same. So why were the two of them at such odds with one another? Akuru-san.
今度また教室に通ってもいいですか?
Oh my god! And suddenly it's all wholesome as fuck. Wow. Would you mind if I came to your class again sometime? Oh my god! Wow. This is super sweet. I want to hang on to this one connection I had with Ren. Prepared for her to say no, I waited for a response. Yes, of course. Just as relief ran through me, I heard the sound of the front door opening. Oh my god. Wow. With a quick goodbye to Kaori-san, I hung up the call. I opened the dining room door to peer out into the hall and found Ren standing there, both hands leaned down with shopping bags.
ただいまー。セールめっちゃ混んでて、帰り遅くなってごめんね。
Oh my god! Can I tell you? This kind of thing happens to my SO and me all the fucking time. Literally, it's always when I'm 2 minutes from the house and I can't pick up the phone. That's when they fucking call me. Every single goddamn time! Like, we think it's some kind of psychic bullshit thing. Like, every single fucking time. It's crazy. Oh my god. Oh god, that's too funny. I'm home. Sorry I'm late. Oh my god, the sales were so busy. Seeing her there, the same as ever, I smiled with relief. Setting my phone on the table, I hurried to greet her.
レン、買いすぎ。
Ren, you bought way too much.
でもアクルも今日は買い物だったんでしょ？それなら私も買ってやるって思って。でもめっちゃ可愛いのばっかだよ。
But you were shopping today too, so I didn't want to be left out. But, like, everything was so cute.
それはいいけど、また服増えるじゃない。
Well, that's all well and good, but now you're going to have to even more clothes.
ああ、そっか。
Whoopsie! Whoopsie!
せっかくこの前片したばっかりなのに。
After we just went through everything.
あ、っていうかアクルもめっちゃ買ってるじゃん。
Says you! Look how much you bought! But these are all valuable collector's items. Ren reached out with a huge tote bag I dumped on the table. No! No! Those are BL books!
男同士？私そういうの気になんないし。っていうか今さら。
BL, like, I'd have a problem with that. I mean, why do you suddenly care?
違う、レン、エッチなやつだから。
Oh god! I don't... Where do you get this idea that Ren is innocent? Ah, no! Ren! Those aren't for your innocent eyes! The battle raged on for a while, and I desperately tried to defend the contents of the bag, while a smirking Ren attempted to snatch one of my porny books. Oh god!
じゃあ電気消すね。おやすみ。
Oh my god. Okay, turning the lights off. Good night.
おやすみ。
Not. Ren reached for the remote control, and with the beep, the room was plunged into darkness. We've been sharing a bed ever since Ren came back. But while I sometimes felt her gaze on me, she'd give it up trying to cuddle.
レン、寝た？
Are you asleep, Ren?
何？
What? Well, usually I slept facing the wall, but today I faced Ren and called her name. She responded in a sleepy voice. She rubbed her eyes and looked back at me.
Akuru, 近い。
You're really close, Akuru. Her eyes swam as she shifted slightly, as she stared at me in silence.
お母さんのことなんだけど。
So, about your mother.
ママ？
Huh? My mom. A dumbfounded response broke the tension between us. She frowned, eyeing me intently.
なんだ、期待しちゃったじゃん。
What the hell? I was totally expecting something else. The art is really super quality, I gotta say. Really, like, this artist is fantastic. She muttered to herself, putting her hand to her cheek. The flush on it probably wasn't for the summer heat. Suddenly becoming aware of our proximity, I scooted back slightly.
夏休み、実家には帰らないの？
You? Going home over the summer vacation?
帰らない予定だけど。
Huh? I wasn't planning to. And college summer is huge. College summer is 4 fucking months. I don't know if it is in Japan, given like how, in school is a lot more intense there. But I know in America, like, college summer is gigantic. She averted her eyes uncertainly. It was the response I'd been expecting. Ren clearly didn't want to talk about her mother.
今日、香織さんと電話したの。また教室に通おうと思って。
I spoke to Kaori-san on the phone today. I'm thinking of taking classes with her.
いいんじゃない？ママ喜ぶだろうし。浮気はしちゃダメだからね。
Sure, go ahead. Mom will be pleased. Oh, but she better not cheat on me. I was about to protest, but I stopped myself. I had to be careful not to let her change the topic.
それで考えたんだけど、レンは香織さんと一度ちゃんと話した方がいい
This
と思う。
is so cute.
何でもいいの。 ご飯のことでも学校のことでも。
Oh my god, wow. But I've been thinking, you and her should probably talk about classes, food, and bloody anything.
アクルのことでも？
About you.
さあ、なんか恥ずかしいことはやめて。
Oh, sure, but don't bring up anything embarrassing.
何それ？
Like what? She leaned in, resting her forehead against my shoulder. Her legs brushed mine where they stuck out from under the thin summer cover.
なら抱きしめてよ。ご褒美。少しくらいあったっていいでしょ？
Hold me. I've earned a little reward, don't you think?
ご褒美って
Rewards
出るものでしょ？
come after.
ダメ？
Please. Her tone was so sweet I couldn't push her away. The anxiety in her voice swayed me. Reached out to place a hand on her shoulder.
じゃあちょっと頑張ってみて。アクル、寂しくて泣いちゃダメだよ。
I'll do my best then. But don't cry when you miss me.
泣きません。
I won't cry, even though Collider is crying right now. The pussy. Hey!
私のこと探してママに電話までかけたくせに。
That's the one who jumped straight into calling my mom.
気づいてたの？
No! You knew!
やっぱりそうだったんだ。
I do now!
あ、釜かけたのね。
No! You baited me! Masterfully! Give me a break. God. She was always so quick thinking when it came to these things. Still a little exasperated, I gently wrapped her up in an embrace. I could smell her soft scent and warm body and her warm body felt nice against mine in the air-conditioned room. Yes, just two girls sleeping 2 centimeters apart because they're not gay. Totally, totally straight. I could hear cars racing along the road outside the window. People said the city never sleeps, but I felt like I was trying to. I'm getting sleepy. I felt my breathing deepen as I started to doze off, until a quiet voice broke the silence.
ねえ、この前の話だけど。
Hey, going back to what you were saying.
何？
What?
私、アクルの彼女になれないの？
Oh. You better be careful. My god. Something like this Wow. Yeah, this kind of thing. Something like this pretty much exactly happened a couple of months ago in Critical Role. My god. I wonder if Akuru is going to give the same answer. Are we really never going to be proper girlfriends? My stomach flipped over, and my breath caught in my throat, waking me right back up. She was too close for me to really see her, but her cheek was hot against my shoulder. And I could tell she was flushed scarlet, That is 100% not true, Void Dweller. I don't know where you heard that. The quiet stretched on, filled only by the sound of our heartbeats.
それはダメって言ったでしょ。
Yep, exact same fucking. I already told you no. Yep. A wave surged up inside me and came out as those words.
私レンみたいにレンを好きになれるかわからないの。
I don't know if I can love you the way you love me. My stiff fingers brushed her back. Ren looked up into my eyes, hers reflecting the faint light of the street lamps, beaming in through the window.
レンが求めるような恋人になれる自信がなくて、私は女の人が好きなわけじゃないし。
I'm not confident I can be the partner you're looking for. I mean, I'm not even into girls. Akuru. I've never loved like this. This is super interesting. It's like she's comparing her love of 2D to an actual person. It's super interesting. I'd never loved like this before. Liking someone, falling in love with them, and that being the end of it. That I knew. But I hadn't known the possibility of having my feelings returned would be quite so terrifying.
だから。
So, I wanted to tell her things were fine as they were, but she interrupted me.
ねえ、私、女の人だよ。
I don't think anyone will have a misconception about that, Ren. I am a girl, in case you haven't noticed. は？
よくわかんないけど、今から好きになってみようよ、女の人。
Like, I don't really get what you're going through, but why not see how it is with a girl with me? Her words took my breath away. Ren's eyes glittered as she reached out a hand to my cheek. With her hand brushed beneath my eyes, I realized for the first time that I was crying. Ha! Ha! Akuru! And what were you just saying about me? Nothing. I wasn't saying anything at all.
大人がこんな風に泣くの初めて見たかも。
I don't think I've ever seen an adult cry like this before. Why?
どうして？
The question was directed at myself, and the answer swirled in my brain. Ren probably knew the answer too, but she simply wiped my tears away, unable to say it for me.
ねえ、もう一回聞いていい？
So can I ask you again? Okay.
私、アクルの彼女になりたい。アクルに彼女になってほしいの。
I want you to be my girlfriend. I want to be your girlfriend. I said it backwards, yeah. But it's the same thing. Her quavering voice reverberated around the dark room. The tears cooled on my cheeks. The noise of the air conditioner was obnoxiously loud. I gave my answer in a voice only Ren could hear. The sensation was even softer than I'd imagined. Ooh, Oshirabu.
ただいま。
Oh, wow. God damn it. If only this was... Wow, that would have made a good end to the stream. Oh, what? We still have like a half hour left. Wow. Oh my god. I have to take a quick bathroom break. I will be right back. Jeez. Oh my god. All right, we're back. Let's see. I'm home. Arriving home after my shift, I noticed Ren's sandals in the entryway. She'd gone back to her mum's place the day before yesterday, but it looked like she was already back.
Akuru, okaeri.
Akuru, welcome home! I heard the patter of her footsteps and saw her pop her head out of the dining room. A delicious scent followed her.
昼ご飯作ってくれてたの？
Oh, did you cook?
ナポリタンちょうどできたとこだよ。
Yup, tomato pasta! I just finished. Well, that's a very simple dish that she should surely be able to make. She puffed her chest out proudly, which thereby bumped me across the room. Tossing my bag onto the sofa, I went to wash my face while Ren sat down at the table.
いただきます。
Thank you for cooking.
いただきます。
Not at all! Woo! I twirled a forkful of pasta and took a bite. The flavor of tomatoes spread across my tongue. It was a little too hot, but perfectly salty.
どう？
How is it?
美味しいよ。レン、料理うまくなったよね。
Absolutely scrumptious. You're getting pretty good at cooking.
本当？やったー。
Really? Yay! She started to eat too.
香織さんと何か話した？
Did you talk with your mum?
話したよ。
Yeah, we talked. The little smile playing around her lips was infectious. After swallowing a mouthful of food, she went on.
アクルと付き合い始めたこと言っちゃった。
Oh my god! I told her we started dating!
もう言ったの？
What? You already told her? Oh yes!
ああ、そういえば今度話があるって言ってたよ。
Huh? Oh, right. She said she wanted to talk to you.
絶対それやばいやつじゃない？
No, that's got to mean something bad, right? No!
おばあちゃんも話したいって言ってた。
Grandma wants to talk to you too. No!
待って、それはいいが。
Please stop. My stomach hurts. My stomach ached at the mere thought of it. Meeting the parents was way too big of a deal. Well, I mean, you met the mother already.
あと、
Cheers.
たまには家に帰ってきなさいって。
And she told me to come back to visit more often. She sounded a little embarrassed as she set down her fork. I couldn't help but smile at her awkward expression.
そう。よかったわ。
That's great.
あくる
Akuru! She stared at me for a few seconds, before abruptly leaping to her feet and flinging herself at me.
何？
No! What? I shielded the table so she didn't fall on my dinner. Her eyes met and Ren pressed a quick kiss to my cheek.
やっぱアクルのこと好きになってよかった。めっちゃ可愛い。好き。
I'm so glad I fell for you, Akuru. You're so cute. I love you.
何いきなり。
Huh? What's this for? We gazed at one another for a few minutes. Everything was quiet. My heart was thumping so loudly in my ears, I worried Ren might hear it as she leaned in towards me. Ren? It was at that moment. Is she gonna kiss her? Dang it! Crash! A loud crash aiming for the kitchen sink, drying our eyes. Ah! Oh no. It's probably a collector's edition mug or something. I saw that a white mug had slipped from the drying rack. Or it was a mug. No! Going Goon! No! Not my Going Goon mug! Cradling the pitifully broken shards, I slumped against the kitchen counter, overwhelmed with emotion.
こんなのひどすぎる。
This is too awful.
もうせっかくいい雰囲気だったのに。
That totally ruined the mood. It totally did. you're crying? You could almost see his face through her hand. Why? When you lived for 80 years, is your match destined to die so young? I had to fall in love with a fucking nerd. I've never seen an adult cry like this before. I tried putting the pieces back together, but it left the original cold impression. Kohi Kun's reaction face smiled sadly up at me, and I... Kohi-kun! Clasping the shards in my hand, I screamed his name. Oh god. Akuru, your hands are bleeding, you dummy! Oh god! This pain was nothing compared to Kohi-kun's! No, actually it really hurt. No! Would you look at me for once? I wasn't even sure why I was crying anymore, but the tears continued to fall. Sadness overwhelmed me, and Ren's words rang hollow. Wait, what? Wait, what? What? Is this the end of part 1? Are you fucking kidding me? What the actual fracks? Oh, thank God part 2 exists. I don't know why they decided to separate it into 2 games. Oh my god. Wow. Wow. I am really glad that they separated it into 2 games. Oh my god. I can't believe that it's so short. Wow, when you said this was short, y'all were not fucking kidding me. Wow. I am so glad I got part 2, because I definitely know this isn't the end. Just going through all of the CGs. It's hard for me to give my complete thoughts because this was so abrupt that it was very cute. I'll say it's cute with not much more than that, but I love the art, and it actually turned out to be quite wholesome. And yeah, I'm looking forward to part 2. This is probably, I imagine, it's around the same length as this. Oh my god. I hope my British Akuru was not too annoying. Oh! Oh, unless it's looping. There was a story I was enamored with as a child.
ワクワクするような恋の物語。
A tale of romance that enthralled and excited.
その物語の中では宇宙からやってきた女の子が地球人の男の子
I hope it's not
たく
repeating.
さんの大きな愛を叫んでいた。
In that story, an alien descended from the stars to loudly proclaim her love to an earthling man.
大人はみんなこんな風に台風みたいな恋をするんだ。そんな風に思っていた。
Yeah, this
小
is
さ
probably
な
just
私に
gonna
言っ
end
て
here.
あげたい。
I thought that this was how love played out for adults, whirling into their lives like a tornado. If I could go back in time to speak to my younger self, I'd tell
異
her,
星人でも性別が違っても同じでもどんなにありえない分かり合えないと思っていても恋に落ちることはないよって。
that no matter how differently they are, or impossible it seems, whether one is an alien or whether the same or opposite gender, sometimes two people just fall in love,
そしてそれはいつも突然やってくるから。
and it hits you out of nowhere. Oh, it's a loop. Oh, it is a loop. Wow, come on. Seriously, it's a fucking loop?
それこそ
And I don't think it's
ま
a
るで
loop.
雷が
This
落ちる
doesn't
み
this
たい
doesn't
ね。
seem like a loop. Like a lightning bolt from the blue.
痛い。
Are you sure it's a loop?
もう
No, it's not. It's not. It's not a loop.
ほら動かないで。
It hurts. No, this is directly continuing. It is not a loop. I told you not to move it.
ありがとう。
Oh, thank you. The disinfectant stung my palm. Apparition, don't you lie to me. and I grimaced in pain. Something soft brushed my lips.
やっと私のこと見てくれた。
He finally looked at me. The adorable girl before me smiled bashfully. She was so precious to me and I loved her. I couldn't help but smile back. Oh, is that the end now? Yep, that's it. Oh, there you go. It was just like, like 2 sentences. Okay, there you go. Alright, well, I guess next time we'll continue with part 2. I am glad I got both at the same time. Yeah, because I did not expect this to be this short. Great, you guys. Next time we continue. And, oh yeah, tomorrow's trails, obviously. So until then, I will say, so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, good night. You're all the sweetest of hearts. See ya. That's okay, apparition. I really appreciate you looking after me like that anyway. Thank you so much. Seriously. You're a badass, apparition. And anyway, I don't want to get the bad endings. No, not for romance. No. Nope. I don't want to get bad endings. Nope. Until I really don't want, like, that just gonna make me feel really bad if I get Jeez. So yeah, until next time, I will say, so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, good night. You're all the sweetest of hearts. See ya.